It's getting near the end of the cooling season, and it's a good time to think about layup, specifically chiller layup. If a chiller sits for a month or more, it doesn't matter how good the water treatment program is, you can have fouling, bacteria issues, scaling issues as soon as you start up. So the way to avoid that is, particularly after you punch the chiller tubes and you get them cleaned, you have two options. You can either lay it up wet or you can lay up the chiller dry. ASHRAE Guideline 12 recommends laying up the chiller dry, which is just removing both end bells and letting the air to circulate freely through there. This will really help keep it dry, ready to go for next season. Obviously, you can't really do that if you need to keep the chiller up and ready to go at a moment's notice. In that case, you're going to have to lay up the chiller wet. So after punching the chiller tubes, fill up with fresh water. Then what we do, Bowl and Water Treatment Services will come in. We'll add a circ pump to the drain lines of each side of the chiller, and we'll hook up a 30-gallon barrel, and we'll put in some biocide and corrosion inhibitor, and we'll let that circulate for about an hour or two. So if you get the corrosion inhibitor and biocide in there with fresh water in the chiller, you circulate it for a couple hours, should be ready to go for next season without any issues. So if there are any questions on the layup procedure, feel free to reach out to Boland. We'd be glad to help.